Welcome everybody for the final time here at the Nehemiah Center on the campus of Whitensville Christian School, where it is a battle of the Crusaders. The Crusaders from South Lancaster Academy have come to take on the home Whitensville Christian Crusaders. So I won't be able to say Crusaders very much on this one. This is, you would think, not a big deal because it's a consolation game of the CMAS tournament. Both of these teams lost their last game, and so it's a consolation game. You would think it's not important, but for the Whitensville Christian Crusaders, it's huge. If they lose today, that's it for their season, because they will have a losing record at 9-11. But if they win, and they get to win here against South Lancaster, they'll go to 10-10, and that gives them a 500 record and earn themselves a play-in game for the Division IV state MIAA tournament. So if you're Coach Brady's team, that's what you want. You want to keep the season going. We'll talk about scenarios when we get to halftime or somewhere where we get a break. But to set this one up, South Lancaster just dropped, as I said, their last game to Tahanto. They lost to Tahanto 65-58, so fairly close. They lost to the top seed in the MCAS. The Whitensville Christian Crusaders come in after a tough loss on the road to Bartlett, 44-40, a 4-point ball game. They were the three. Whitensville was 3 and Bartlett was 2. So these two teams have to play for this consolation. It won't win any trophies. South Lancaster is also in Division IV, but they are 10-6 overall, so they are already in a play-in game. So for them, this is more of a warm-up, a good opportunity to get some good competition before going on the road to start the tournament end of this week. But for Coach Brady's team, this is it. The seniors, they don't want it to end here. They want to keep this season alive. So an early tap here, 5 p.m. at home. The fans are still arriving. So they're going to have to bring the energy themselves. We will pause to give you Kurt Savage, Athletic Director, as he gives the starting lineups, and, of course, for the national anthem.
Number 22, a senior and captain, Zach Casey.
So one way we got the energy being brought here is one more game for our pep band. First time we've seen them in a while. We had the pep band senior night a couple weeks ago. But for this last time, we'll see either our boys or our girls. Girls are in the same scenario. They need a win tomorrow to get into a play-in tournament situation, but they'll be on the road. They'll be going to Narragansett at 5:30 tomorrow. If you want to drive out to Narragansett High School to see the girls play for their lives tomorrow. But like we said off the top, this is a battle amongst the Crusaders. South Lancaster against Whitensville. South Lancaster gets the tap. They started out. Will Fernandez takes the point. He's got Gabe Dieters on him. Crusaders man-to-man. Mason Blake. Wow, right away. Will Fernandez. The foot was on the line, so they give him only 2. That was so 2-0. Good start for SLA, the South Lancaster Academy. Zone, a little bit of a zone press. It's going to be Cam Damaris for 3. Damaris drains it. Coach Brady Badgerman knows if he can get shooting from Damaris and Plantinga, who starts on the bench this one, get your shooters going. Their offense is much more dynamic. So 3-2. A block in there by Caleb Dieters on Elon Prather. Gets the Crusaders back the ball. So a 2-1-2. They're really keying on Gabe in the middle there. It's a 2-3, but Damon Loss is kind of creeping up. He plays some more of a 2-1-2 zone for SLA. Dieters, almost no resistance there. If you're not going to resist Caleb Dieters, he's going to have that all game long. 5-2 here. Whitensville with a 3-point lead. Another shot by Fernandez. That one was long. Good track down rebound by Damaris. Here comes the Crusaders up 3. Try to keep 2 good offensive trips in a row, trying to make it 3. McAllister. Ooh, I was just about to say good ball movement, but Gabe was hurried there. He wanted to get it to Cam Damaris. He had Cam, but he thought Cam was over to the left. Drive to the hole goes Connor Allain. Knocked out, but he'll stay. South Lancaster's ball. South Lancaster is with the purple and black uniforms. Left to right. Crusaders home white. That's Blake all the way. No good. Blake can't get it. Damaris is on the outlet. Damaris loses it. Tried to go around the back, but Blake was able to steal that. Get it into the hands of Will Fernandez, or to Fernandez, their point guard. Good steal by Caleb Dieters, trying to get it down low to Loss. And it was a loss for him. All right, no more jokes on poor Loss's name. Gabe falls. Plenty of time on the shot clock. 5-2, just getting started here in this one. Zach Casey getting a start. You see Zach with the ball now. But Caleb looked like he had it if he wanted it. So did Cam. Somebody's going to have to shoot, and it will be Casey off the front iron. All the way to the cup goes Blake, but he misses. Or Elaine, that was. No good. Battle for Caleb. Ooh, just about to say that Caleb Dieters Might have fallen out of bounds there, but wisely, Coach Badgema was able to get a timeout before anything worse could happen on that possession. So the ball will go back to Whitensville Christian underneath their own hoop. I have to refrain from saying the nickname Crusaders here in this one, and I like to say, because they're both Crusaders, and that won't help you very much. I think that'll just cause confusion. One of the things about the trip down the floor, this last offensive trip, I love to see the ball movement against South Lancaster's zone, but I also saw almost too unselfish. Caleb Dieters had one great drive to start this, or Damaris's three started it, but he had one great drive. They barely resisted him. It felt like he could have done the same thing from the other side of the court, but he was unselfish, and he was able to hit Cam, who already hit 1-3. Damaris was open for three, could have had it. He also passed it up. At some point, get the good look and then be willing to take it. You love to see the ball movement, though. You don't want to get a stagnant offense, especially against this zone. Once again, a 2-on-2, 2-3. Not sure what they would call it. Cam will take that three. Cam, when he's feeling it, you can't let him wide open and get into rhythm. That's 2 threes for Cam. He can put him up in a hurry, makes it 8-2. Damaris has had a great second half of the season. Very inconsistent early season. He seems to corrected that. Another miss. Gabe Dieters rips it down. He gets it to McAllister. Dylan had Cam. Now Cam's able to get it. Gabe Dieters for three. That's a swish. 11-2. They're drilling from the outside. Once again, the Whitensville Christian Crusaders need this one to earn a play-in game for the state tournament and not end their season here today. Fernandez, good defense by Gabe. Gabe trying to reach. Oh man, the effort was to try to get it to Elon Prather, but they lost it. So ball back to Whitensville. They show a little bit of half-court press, but not much. That's not going to do much. Dylan directing traffic. This time for two. That one just rattles out from Cam Damaris. Good board by Caleb Dieters. Damaris in rhythm, no good. Gabe with the board. Whole new shot clock. They can take their time and get a good shot. They're really getting whatever they want offensively, so move the ball, get good looks, and take them. Casey down low. Caleb Dieters up and under. Loves that shot. The senior captain causes South Lancaster to call times. They are now down 11 with just under 3 to play, first quarter. The Whitensville Christian Crusaders here at home have come to play. I worried a little bit about their energy because it was a 5 p.m. start, not a huge student section. Some of the girls' team wandering in after their practice, and I know like the drama team has rehearsal. They can't come. Other things going on. Parents still working. So hopefully you'll tune in, and if you're not able to make it live, you'll watch this live stream. So I was worried a little bit about their energy, but that's not been a problem at all. Coach Badgema's team really came focused and ready to play. They let up 2 points to go down 2-0, but then Cam Damaris hits a three. Caleb Dieters with a 2. Cam with another 3, and then it's just everybody getting into the action here. A 3 by Gabe Dieters. Isaiah Plantinga has checked in for Dylan McAllister. Dylan will get a rest. Nobody's fouled yet on either side. No team fouls. Let's download a loss. Loss loses it. Isaiah is leaking out. He's got a layup if he wants it. Isaiah all the way to the cup. Good look from Caleb Dieters. Gets an assist on that one. This one turning into a blowout fast if the Crusaders can keep the pressure on and not go into one of those droughts. South Lancaster lucky they didn't get a travel earlier. Good aggressive defense. Prather gives it up to another steal. Gabe Dieters just has such a knack for getting the basketball underneath, as does his brother Caleb. Good ball movement. They have Damaris if they want it. Weak side. Plantinga loses it looking for Gabe down low. Good steal in there by Will Fernandez. Elon Prather was not able to make that. Just under 2 to play first quarter. Damaris loses it, but they do get a foul. It's going to be the first team foul for South Lancaster. And that's the first personal from Mason Blake, number 2. 15-2, just under 2 to go. Whitensville, Damaris already has 2 in the bank, and he makes it a third. Cam Damaris firing from the corner, 18-2. South Lancaster, I think, thought maybe come in here, they'd have a close game. I thought it'd be a little bit closer than this. They better make a run in a hurry. Good play by Connor Elaine. He was able to fall backwards, put it in. Just over a minute to play, 18-4. Plantinga will try for 3. No good. So here comes South Lancaster, a chance to make a run with just under a minute left first quarter. If they could even get this back to 10, they'd be happy. Down to Prather. Good pass in there to Damon Loss. Loss is able to bank it in, so 18-6. Get this back within 12. Isaiah almost stepped in the backcourt. Was able to get it to Casey before turning it over. Trying to cram it down low a little bit. They've lost it. Good defense there by Will Fernandez, but Zach Casey was able to time up. And so the possession arrow is Whitensville, but that's still a big play for South Lancaster because if nothing changes to start the second quarter, it'll be their possession. Casey wide open. Off the iron. Good sky by Gabe Dieters, but then an even better hustle there by Mason Blake. Blake was able to kind of tie him up a little bit, and then they get the first foul on Gabe Dieters. Although they got Zach on that. So first foul, personal foul on Zach Casey. 13.8 left. South Lancaster's got to have to get a good shot off here. They only have 6. They really need to get that off. Blake's going to fire. That's going to be short. Out of bounds. Good box out by Gabe Dieters. Pep band plays. Intermission between the first and second quarter. Good first quarter for the Crusaders of Whitensville as they score 18 and keep the Crusaders from South Lancaster Academy to just 6. But South Lancaster had the last 4 points of that quarter. So it was 18-2, something to build on for the coaching staff of the visiting SLA Crusaders. Coach Badgema, as they're working on this zone, what I really liked early on is they weren't forcing it down low. They weren't trying to cram that pass, but they've had 2 or 3 turnovers here late first quarter where they just try that bounce, they broadcast that bounce pass, especially to Gabe Dieters just underneath the free throw line. What was working better was moving the ball on the outside, getting it to Caleb with some space to work. Caleb has no problem taking 2 dribbles and getting whatever he wants. He's got the size advantage. Damon Loss is the biggest guy for South Lancaster, but that's not going to do much to stop Caleb. So just don't broadcast those passes and turn it over. You should be fine in this one. Barbosa. Got a foul on South Lancaster. Oh, they got a. I don't know who they got that foul on. It's at 21. Oh, yeah, they got it on Damon Loss, number 21 for South Lancaster. Tamaris has already 3 threes. Tried it again. That time doesn't go for him. Good board by Zach Casey. Caleb looking for help. Moving the ball around. They got 20 seconds shot clock. Plenty of time. Cam's got to keep firing. He does, and drains another. Man, if I'm South Lancaster, you got to keep a guy in his face at all times. Give up a shot from someone else from the outside at this point. That's 4 threes from Cam for 12 points. 21-6. Prathier finds Barbosa. Barbosa goes left. Corner 3 ball. No good. Rebound goes to Zeke. Zeke finds Cam, but it goes right back to him. Caleb Dieters has it down low. Plantinga. Oh, out. Almost back in again. Gabe draws a foul. Caleb Dieters draws a foul. Just getting going here. 6:33 left in this first half. 15-point Waynesville lead. Caleb goes to the line for 2. So that's going to be 2 personal on Damon Loss. Two team fouls too on South Lancaster, so that might come into play. Still plenty of time to go in this second quarter. Caleb shakes off the first one, makes 1 of 2. 22-6. Barbosa. Zeke's going to be careful there. Good defense by Plantinga. That's going to be over the back. As Barbosa was trying to get it to Connor Elaine, and Elaine had to track it down. But you can't do that, so another turnover from South Lancaster Academy. Back to Waynesville Christian it goes. Good pass. Caleb probably could have went up with that one, but rightfully so. The senior captain has seen so much action over his 4 years that he knows when there's a hot hand, get him the ball. But you can't throw it at his foot, so South Lancaster works it. Barbosa has Prathier. Oh, good save. Oh, he stepped out before he could save it. Elon Prathier, I thought he completely lost it, but he was able to flip it back, bounce it off of Plantinga, but he had stepped out first, so Whitensville Christian, they're trying to get it down low. Slapped away by Mason Blake. 25 seconds on the shot clock, so plenty of time. Oh, point blank. Oh, Caleb Dieters not able to get it so wide open. Gets his own rebound, but misses that one as well. And now Gabe Dieters is going to get a cheap foul. Micah Dieters and Dylan McAllister come back in. Zach Casey, Isaiah Plantinga will go to the bench. So that's Gabe Dieters' first team foul in the second quarter. All the way goes Blake to the cup. Mason Blake for 2, makes it 22-8. Good pass, Micah to his brother Caleb. Off the glass and in. Broke the little mini press. Micah Dieters just off the bench has a knack, just like his older brothers, both of his brothers, one younger, one older. 3 ball from Lucas Barbosa. As I was saying, Micah has that knack for finding the open guy. 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Gabe loses it, then he gets it back. Cam Damaris fires, misses. Here comes South Lancaster. Down 13, but with the ball. 4:27 left, first half. See if they can make a run all the way to the hole. It was Will Fernandez, but Fernandez was not able to get that to go. Good drive by McAllister. Gets it stolen. Leaking out. Oh, Micah Dieters. Micah Dieters was able to get his hand in there. Lucas Barbosa was leaking out. Had a potential fast break opportunity, but Micah stuck his hand in there. Hip unluckily bounced to his brother, Gabe, and Gabe wasn't able to stop his momentum and took an extra step. He didn't agree, but I think the ref might have been right on that one. Barbosa, oh, he had. That was Lorenzo Ruiz. He had Ruiz, but threw it too high, so another turnover. That chant from the bench is just, I think, causing some havoc. Great drive, but can't get it to go. Cam Damaris, no good. A little bit of a scoring drought here for Whitensville, but they still hold a 13-point lead. Got to continue to play strong defense. Still in the man-to-man. That's done good. Barbosa, he found it to Prather. Prather wanted the foul. Didn't get it, but Elon makes it two, so it's 24-13, 11-point Whitensville lead. Caleb, power dribble. Looked like he got fouled, but was able to knock it back to Gabe Dieters. Another power dribble. Finds Dylan in the corner. Micah swings it to Gabe Dieters. Got 17 on the shot clock, so still plenty of time. No need to hurry. Look for a good shot. Caleb's going to double team down there. Damaris, another three. This one a little long. Micah, great rebound, can reset things here for Whitensville. 2:26 left, second quarter. Oh, a steal. That's just what South Lancaster needed. Here comes Fernandez. He finds Barbosa. Little wheel deal, and nothing happens on that one for Barbosa. Barbosa really sticking it up into the grill. Another one of those bounce pass steals. And here comes Blake. Blake traveled on that, I think. I think Blake wanted to stop and pop, but he stumbled a little bit and took a third step, got called 4 steps. Zach Casey's going to come back in, as is Brady Gorman. That'll send Cam Damaris and Micah Dieters back to the bench. Just under 2 to play in this first half. It's gone quick. It's an 11-point Whitensville lead, but that was up much higher than that not that long ago. Gorman will take a 3. It's tough sometimes cold off the bench, but that's what you got to do. Look good from here, but just a little short for Brady. So SLA will go back on offense. Connor Elaine. He finds Blake. Blake gets stuck in there, and he loses it. Oh, Casey. Oh, man, Casey did bump him. The coaches have a right to be a little upset. No call, so back to Whitensville it goes. Been helter-skelter last couple of minutes, but not anymore. As Caleb Dieters settles things down. South Lancaster calls time. I think more than anything wanted to get a word with the ref, but that's not going anywhere. It never does. What they're upset about on that was that last play as Zach Casey ran into the South Lancaster player. Zach didn't mean to do it, but you still can't. Refs kind of let it go. And I think from the refs' vantage point is that was going to be a over and back, so they didn't want to bail the player out. But SLA's coaching staff not pleased with a lack of call there, trying to make their way back into this game. At one point down, I think 16, 18. I don't know. Right now, it's a 13-point lead. As it was down to 11, and South Lancaster had the opportunity to bring this back to single digits. They weren't able to do it, and then Caleb Dieters righted the ship with that good inside move. Now Whitensville wants to stop. South Lancaster wants to get this back within striking distance. We're under a minute to play in this first half. Blake finds Prather. Fernandez. We find down low. Oh. Yeah. That was Connor Lane down there. He was open. Then he kind of just swung the ball, slipped and fell, was hoping to get bailed out with a foul, but there really just wasn't any contact. You can't fall with the ball. It's an automatic travel. So they could work the shot. There's no difference between game clock and shot clock. If they want to, they're up 13, may as well. Brady Gorman will fire again for three. That one's a little long. So with 5 seconds left, all the way down goes Ruiz for a quick two. Not how you wanted to end the half if you're the Coach Badgerman's team. They had a 13-point lead with an opportunity for the last shot. I didn't dislike Brady Gorman's shot, but transitionally, you've got to get back. Can't be letting up a free layup. So that makes the final, or the score at the end of the first half. Crusaders from Whitensville here at home with 26. Crusaders from South Lancaster Academy 15. Early start to this one. The pep band bringing the energy. Otherwise, we'd be in a library. Instead, it's hard to even hear myself, and I think that's a good thing. I don't want to hear myself. So a great start, even though Coach Badgerman would like this lead to be back closer to where it was. He has to be happy in this consolation game. At halftime in the locker room, up 11. If you missed it off the top, this game doesn't mean anything for the CMAS tournament because it's only consolation. They both lost their first games, and those two teams will play each other in the final. So it doesn't really mean anything to that, but it means the world to Whitensville because they lose this. That means they have a sub 500 record, which means you're automatically out. Well, not automatically. If you're not in the top 32 and you have a sub 500 record, you will not be going to the MIA tournament. But with a win here today, they would go to 10-10, and that would earn them a play-in game. So they wouldn't get in the top 32, right? So there's a power rankings, which if you've joined any of our broadcasts, girls or boys, I've repeatedly given those to you. They come out really twice a week lately. And the power rankings based on a formula, strength of schedule, number of wins, the point differential, that kind of stuff. So you could have a losing record be in the top 32, and you get into the tournament. But if you are outside the top 32 and have a winning record, you get a play-in game against one of those teams in the top 32. So that's both the Whitensville Christian boys and girls' only hope. If it's Division 4, both the boys and girls are Division 4, and the Crusader boys are ranked 49th in Division 4, so 17 spots out of 32. That's not going to happen for them. But a win gets them a play-in game, and right now, at least unofficially, this is the team just kind of counting. There's 7 teams above the Whitensville Crusaders that also would get a play-in game. That could drop to 6. There's one team that's at 500, and I don't know what they have, but if they have another game they lose, they might not make it. So, but right now it'd be 7, and they'd be matched up with Hamilton Wenham. So, there's still a lot to go here. There's teams still playing. There's some maneuvering, and the final seedings will come out in a little bit, in a few days. One of the things I noticed, I've been kind of looking at this we know we're going to have to go on the road. You're not going to get in a play-in situation and host it. So can you get a play-in game that's close by? And right now, there's only Northbridge Rams are only one spot off for potentially playing them. Uxbridge is a couple of off, but both of them are in potential spots where if you get a little luck, depending on what happens. And the reason I'd love to see is you get some fans there. That you don't have to travel a long ways. Fans are going to go to Northbridge or Uxbridge to watch this team play. Are they going to go to Hamilton Wenham? I have no idea. Probably not. So that's why I look at that. Either way, it's going to be a long shot. You'll be a major underdog, but it'll be great to have that opportunity. It'd be great to do it in front of a lot of fans. Just a really cool experience. And who knows? Pull off an upset and keep going. The WCS girls, I said off the top, but if you missed it, they also have a consolation game they need to win. They're in the exact same scenario. They're 9-10, and they need to win to go 10-10. And so the girls, they will be on the road tomorrow at Narragansett, 5:30. If they beat Narragansett, they also get a play-in game. If they lose, that'll be it for the girls' season. Looking at potential play-in competition for the girls, Blue Hills continues to be on course. St. Bernard's, which wouldn't be terrible, that's Fitchburg, but the closest team and the biggest long shot would be Uxbridge. But that's putting the cart before the horse. The boys got to win tonight. The girls have to win on the road tomorrow to keep their seasons alive. About 4:27 left. Neither team back out here from the locker room. Leading scorer, I don't have the official, but I'm pretty sure it's Cam Damaris with those 4 threes, just 12 points. After that, it's, as usual, Caleb Dieters. Really just got to keep themselves from turning the ball over, get good looks, knock down their shots. They should be able to win this in the second half, but if they go on one of those major scoring droughts, that could be ugly. Well, I am glad to have this opportunity. The last broadcast that I thought I was going to have with the boys was senior night, and I wasn't able to say too much personally about the seniors because that one was a close game. If you were with us, that was a lot of fun. Huge win against Blackstone Valley Tech. Really love these seniors. Caleb Dieters, been playing for a long time. Great kid, great student, great soccer goalie. Been just an amazing leader for this team. Got a great future ahead. Cam Damaris, really enjoyed watching him the last couple of years. Really nice kid. Works hard at his game. Also, Isaiah Plantinga has overcome a lot of adversity the last couple of years personally, losing his mom. Has maintained focus, is able to give a full effort for his team. Zach Casey. Zach seems to be good at just about whatever he does. He's just really great defender for the boys soccer team. Really solid basketball player. Last year and this for Coach Badgema. Tremendous student, tremendous leader on campus. Zach's got a great future. Loved seeing Jimmy Dudley senior night if you missed it. Jimmy doesn't get a lot of playing time, but he got the start. Great assist and a great hoop. I thought he earned more minutes, but we'll see if he gets some tonight. But why I like that, I have a great respect for those who don't see a lot of game time, but they stick with it, they work hard, and Jimmy has done that all season. He's got a long commute home. It's not easy to stay around, practice, stay around for games. Those can be long days, especially when you're not getting a lot of minutes in the game. And Jimmy has maintained a good attitude. He's worked hard. And that goes a long way for teams. You know, when teams are championship level teams, which this one, of course, isn't, you always can point to some of those guys that don't get a lot of credit, don't get a lot of minutes, but in practice and on the bench are maintaining that good attitude. So Jimmy is just a great example for younger players who might be in the same spot. So amazing senior class. Both the boys and the girls would be greatly missed, but looking forward to seeing what they do from here. College, military, job force. But just as people, you know, just as they're all really great guys and girls. We're going to start the second half just to catch up to speed. Crusaders will start with the ball, I believe, going left to right in home white. The Crusaders from South Lancaster Academy are dark blue or black, I guess, with purple trim. They're going to be going right to left. They're going to start on defense. They've been playing zone this whole time. That looks like it's going to stay. Whitensville up 11. That was a bigger lead. They can start the second half like they started the first. They should be fine. They're going to definitely need Damaris to be hitting those threes because that was a big key. Plus this guy, senior captain, Caleb Dieters. Love to see when he gets in space. One dribble off the glass. Great move, 13-point lead. Just getting started third quarter. Prather wanted to find someone down low, but he gets it to Barbosa, who has it now. Barbosa gets to the pick. He's got the left lane if he wanted it, but he decides to try to get it back to Elon Prather. Casey gets his hand in that one. So there's 14 seconds on the shot clock. Good defense, man-to-man defense out of the gate. Oh, man. The dribble handoff went to go to Damon Loss. Looks like Loss could have saved that. But Loss just kind of let it go out of bounds. This coach seems pretty kind of perplexed on that one as they get it down low to Caleb Dieters. He sticks it in and gets to the free throw line for the opportunity for an old-fashioned three-point play. That'll be 3 on Loss. Looks like Coach Badger saw. I saw it too. They didn't really take advantage of it. Maybe he talked about it at halftime. As Caleb had that whenever he wanted, but Caleb was kind of passing it off sometimes a little bit too soon. They've gone right to it, and it's paid dividends. Steal by Casey. Here comes Zach. He's got Caleb again. Dribble. Kind of hurried to get it back to Cam. Threw the ball away. Once again, taking care of the basketball. If they're able to do that, they should be fine in this. Little motion offense for South Lancaster. Prather directing traffic. 15 on the shot. Right now, they don't know who wants to shoot it. It's going to have to be Mason Blake. That ball's tipped and out of bounds. It'll stay SLA's ball. But they only have 7 on the shot clock. You have to do something with this. It's going to be a long 3. Nope. They're going to get it to Barbosa. He got a good look at it. Rattled out. Caleb Dieters sweeps up the rebound. Now Gabe Dieters will fire from 3. He had one in the first half. That one a little short. Rebound goes to Barbosa. Another turnover here for South Lancaster. That's going to bring in the subs. Doesn't like the energy that Loss and Prather were bringing to this game. So he's going to go to the bench for Jacob Else. And let's see who else checked in. Cam Damaris with another 3. That one looked online, no good. Gabe Dieters was able to get the board. They're going to get a foul, but it'll be on the floor, so Gabe wasn't shooting. Jacob LC, number 24, just in. Gets in the. Oh, they get Gabe Dieters. There'll be a second. They get Gabe setting an illegal screen to try to free up his brother Caleb. So 30-15, there's 5:30 left, third quarter. Barbosa, dangerous pass there. Oof. That was Lorenzo Ruiz from the corner. He also had just checked in. That one was hit the back of the backboard. That's going to send Prather back in. I think the coach just wanted to send a message, but now he needs him back. 20 on the shot clock. Good pass from McAllister to Caleb Dieters. Dieters no good. Gabe's able to crash, and Gabe will pick up a foul. That'll be on, I think, Connor Elaine. Only the first on Connor. Gabe will get his first trip to the free throw line in this one. Good form from the freshman. We'll get one more. Try to make this nope, we won't get it. So it'll stay a 16-point lead. They got it to about 16 in the first half, and every time they did, here's a timeout for South Lancaster Academy. Like I was saying, they got it to about this stage in the first half, and that's when South Lancaster go on a little run. The Crusaders of Whitensville are one mini run of their own of putting this one potentially out of reach. Take care of the basketball, play good defense, rebound, hit a few open shots, and you're golden for Coach Badgerman's team here at home. South Lancaster really has not a lot to play for here. They, like Whitensville, are in Division 4 outside the top 32, but they have their winning record in place at 10-6, so this is kind of a warm-up game for whatever they end up getting. On the road, early start. Didn't bring the energy that I think the coaching staff was looking for. If anything, they're just like, hey, let's start to play our game. Try to get back into this. Still plenty of time. 4:43 left, third quarter. Crusaders of Whitensville continue to stay in that man-to-man defense. Nobody on South Lancaster seems to really want to look for their shot. See if Barbosa does. He at least picked his hat up. Oh, man. They had that shot clock all the way down to 5, and Zeke got called for a reach-in. So a new shot clock for South Lancaster Academy. Blake all the way. He's got Plantinga on him. Blake flips it up. No good. Dieters has Cam Damaris. Damaris has one defender on him off the glass. Little long. So Mason Blake going to bring it up for the Crusaders of South Lancaster. 3-ball from Will Fernandez. Not happening. Cam, wide open. Look a little short. Cam's pulling the string a little bit. He's got to stop thinking about the last few misses, and he's just got to trust his shot. Barbosa gets caught shoving, trying to free up and shoving Dylan McAllister. Good man-to-man D, as always, from Dylan. And he gets the, that's going to be the third team foul on South Lancaster. Plantinga for 3, no good. Fernandez is able to track it down. He gets it into Blake's hands. Mason Blake now. Oh, wide open is Prather. Prather is able to get it off the glass and in amongst two good defenders in there. Surprised he got that off, but he made some space, and Prather, pretty tall kid himself. Plantinga with a good drive, but Prather's going to get the block. Now here comes Mason Blake. He's got his team only down 14 now. Damaris is able to get his hand in the passing lane. Plenty of time on the shot clock for South Lancaster. That's going to be Prather again, who just made one. He's going to try to go down low again. No good. McAllister is able to get one of those great rebounds from the point guard. Caleb Dieters wide open from the corner. Oh, that rattled around. Felt like eternity on the rim, but it falls out. So 2:18 left. 31-17. Whitensville in the lead. Here comes South Lancaster now. A 3-ball from Barbosa. That's huge for South Lancaster as he drains it, brings it back with an 11. Just what happened in the first half. Whitensville was able to get a 16-point lead and then give it back up. Well, not give it up, but get it back to 11. Dylan McAllister shoots. McAllister gets his own rebound, gets back out to Plantinga. Cam Damaris for 3, sets himself, no good. Another offensive rebound. Damaris, no good. Finally, South Lancaster's able to clear the rebound. That was Damon Loss was able to get the board, so chance to get this into single digits. Mason Blake went strong to the hole. He's going to draw a foul and get to the free throw line. So that's 3 team fouls on the Crusaders of Whitensville. I have to keep saying that if you're just joining us. They're both Crusaders. So that's going to be 2 shots for Blake. So Mason Blake makes the first one. Whoa, okay, yeah. Just the clock was a little messed up. 1:33 left, third quarter. That brings it within 10. He has a chance to get this to single digits. First time since early first quarter, and he does. So it's 31-22. We'll see if South Lancaster tries to press. They don't. They stay in their 2-3 zone. Plantinga down McAllister, up fake. He tried to get it to Damaris. It's a steal by Prather. Prather, little Euro step drive, just came out. Big miss. There's 1:09 third quarter. Plenty of time here for Whitensville to set up. The outside shot not falling here late third like it was earlier. Mainly Cam Damaris, who was hitting with his 4 threes. Plantinga needs to drill one. Someone needs to make one. Damaris, he's going to take it in. He gets a little shove. They don't get the call. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Now Gabe Dieters has it. McAllister's going to have to fire from the top of the key. No good. They didn't reset the shot clock. So it's back to South Lancaster. Fernandez all the way. No good. Prather was able to get it back up, and Elon Prather of South Lancaster is going to get back to the free throw line. He can get this to within 7 if he makes both. There's 26.8 left. Whitensville should have another good possession to try to end the quarter in better fashion than it's been going here. Elon misses it first. Both teams have 4 team fouls. Coach Badgerman takes Gabe Dieters out because Gabe has 3 personal. So smart. You don't need him getting a cheap one at the end of the third here. Another miss. Caleb's able to get the rebound, so remains a 9-point lead. See what they'll do here. There's no difference between the game clock and the shot clock. We'll see if they, looks like Coach Badgerman calling out last shot. At the end of the half, they shot with 6 seconds left, and they ended up giving up a layup in the other end, so they don't want to do that here. Damaris for 3. That was huge. Big 3-point shot for Cam Damaris. They needed that one. 34-22 as we end the third quarter. That's what Cam needs to do. Sometimes Cam starts thinking about his shot too much, and you see him aiming it, pulling the string a little bit. He was doing that here. In the second half, he made 4 threes in the first half. Missed a few, lost confidence. Cam has to maintain that confidence. And that one, because we were getting to the end of the quarter, Cam didn't think, he just shot. And it was beautiful. They needed that, bringing it back up to 12. So had a pretty comfortable lead most of this game for Whitensville, but man, Elon Prather had a chance to bring it back to bring it down to 7, and we haven't seen 7 since early first quarter. If you weren't with us in the first quarter, South Lancaster scored the first hoop, making it 2-0, and Whitensville scored the next 15. So ever since then, it's been a comfortable lead. But Whitensville gets it to like 16. I think that's twice in this game they've had it up to 16. And just another mini run from there would send this out of reach, but South Lancaster has stayed tough in this. So one more quarter to go. Whitensville Christian up 12. They need this one to keep their season alive. South Lancaster will start with it. Barbosa, who hit a 3, has it now. Almost throws it away. Crusaders of Whitensville continue to man-to-man. It's worked well for them. Just can't get that cheap reach in. They got that all the way to the hole. That was Mason Blake, but Mason threw it up a little too hard off the backboard. So still a 12-point lead. Now the Whitensville Christian has a chance to add on to that 12-point lead. McAllister finds Caleb down low. Caleb goes to work, almost loses it, but Cam is able to track it down. Now Isaiah has a little 2. Love to see that from Zeke, who hasn't made his couple of 3s, but sees that one go down. That could open it up for Zeke. That makes it 36-22. 7 minutes to play. Barbosa doesn't really have anywhere to go with it. Gets it back to Blake. Blake now stuck. South Lancaster sometimes doesn't really seem to know who to give the ball to offensively. This time it's going to be Blake. Blake's going to draw a foul. It's a blocking foul, so it's on the floor. First team foul of the fourth quarter. And that's going to be 2 personal on Cam with no problems there. 6:30 left. South Lancaster keeps it. New shot clock. Fernandez looking down low to Loss. Loss gets it up, but it was bothered by Caleb Dieters. But a rebound by Connor Alane's able to put it back and in. So 2 more for South Lancaster, and they put on a press. It's 36-24. Ball got thrown out of bounds, but it looked like the last to touch it was South Lancaster. So 27 seconds on the shot clock, 6:04 on the game clock. Whitensville up 12. See if Cam, he'll fire again for 3. That one hit the backboard, then the back of the rim, and still fell through. You don't see that too often, but when a shooter shoots, that's 6 for Cam, 6 threes. Now Damaris gets the steal. He's all the way, gets it to Plantinga for 2. Boy, Zeke skied almost to the point where he could have dunked that one. Now it's 41-24, so 5 quick points for Whitensville is going to cause a timeout by South Lancaster. 5:30 to play. This one now, the largest lead the Crusaders from Whitensville Christian have had at 17. Leading scorer by far, Cam Damaris, 6 threes. That last one was just a shooter's touch, man. I didn't think it had any prayer of going in from my vantage point because I could see it was long. But it also wasn't long where you're like, that might bank in. It just looked like it was going to hit in between the backboard and the rim, and somehow it did that and still fell in. I don't know. If Cam took a little air out of the ball, we should check the PSIs or what. But when you're hitting, you're hitting. So that's going to be the key. Cam Damaris has had some great offensive games here down the stretch of this season. And if they get into a play-in scenario where they'll be a big underdog, they're going to have some big shooting nights from Cam and Zeke Plantinga. They can't just hope that Caleb Dieters carries it. Ooh, Zeke gets a pick as South Lancaster starts with it. A miss in there by Mason Blake, and then they're going to get a foul on Blake as he tried to grab his own rebound. So full court press here. It's a 1-2-2 trapping. Actually, it's a 1-3-1. They should have a wide open layup if they want it. They're going to get it to Damaris. Cam wanted to take it to the hole, but Cam traveled. Ball go back over. 5-12 in this one. I mean, at this point, Whitensville Christian just needs to continue to play good defense and don't turn the ball over, and they should be fine. Mason Blake gets it ripped away by Dylan McAllister. McAllister almost loses it. Plantinga wide open for 3 from the corner. That one just to the left, rims out, and good rebound there by guard Mason Blake for South Lancaster. So down 17, they need a hoop bad. They go to Prather, and now they go to Barbosa for 3. That's the second 3 from the exact same spot by the senior guard, Lucas Barbosa. If I'm South Lancaster, now down 14, I'm thinking free up Barbosa. No one else seems to be hitting from the outside. 4:14 left. 41-27 is the lead. Casey looked like he had it if he wanted to it. Zeke for 3. That's short. Rebound by Will Fernandez. He gets it to his point guard. Whitensville back on man-to-man D. Cut to the hoop, goes lost. That's off the side of the board. Cam Damaris, looks like he wanted to leak out for a break, but Cam wisely gets it back to the point guard so they can use more clock. So now Plantinga and McAllister just kind of playing the pass game. Plantinga took it a little bit, got pushed from behind on that. 3:28 in this one, up 14. First personal for Lucas Barbosa. That's on the floor, as Isaiah was not in the act of shooting yet. So new shot clock though. Zach Casey takes it out from underneath the hoop. He just flips it to Dylan McAllister. McAllister will just work some clock. You can get this under 3, up 14. Casey finds Gabe Dieters. Gabe finds Cam Damaris. Cam gets it blocked, gets it back, drives to the hole. Cam gets it and the foul. That gets Cam 20. It's unofficial, with a chance to go to the line for his 21st point of the night. That's the first points Cam got that isn't from behind the arc. Good aggressive drive, though. In and out goes his free throw. That'll be the third team foul on South Lancaster. 43-27, just under 3 to play. They got to try to get it back to Barbosa, but instead they try to bounce it and force it inside, and Cam Damaris able to steal it. So Whitensville can take some more clock if they want, and I believe they will. McAllister has it. They're going to go to Jimmy Dudley. Coach Badgema feeling good about this. Gets the senior Dudley at the score. I was vying for more minutes for Jimmy, so let's hope he gets some action. Caleb, Zach Casey open for 3. Casey no good. Good hustle down low by Gabe Dieters as Prather had the rebound. Dieters kept his hands up high and then was able to tie him up. Possession arrow to Whitensville. So Jimmy Dudley comes in for Zach Casey. McAllister still has it. They're just they can work this down under 2 minutes now. So it looks like South Lancaster's going to empty their bench. So this should earn a play-in game for Whitensville. As McAllister goes to the hole, he misses but gets fouled in the act of shooting. So Dylan will get a chance to get in the scorebook. I don't think Dylan has even attempted a shot. He might have attempted one shot in the first half. So pretty much all Cam Damaris and Caleb Dieters. Cam with 20 as Dylan misses his first. Cam with 20 and I think Gabe Dieters has at least that 1-3. Plantinga has a few. So man, Cam and Caleb really carry the scoring in this one. Dylan makes 1 of 2, so 2 minutes exactly. Brady Gorman's going to check back in for Dylan. 44-27. So if you were with us at halftime, this means with a win here, Whitensville will go to 500. They'll get a chance at a play-in game. And there is an outside possibility, depending on how things fall, it could be Northbridge or Uxbridge. That's what we're rooting for, just because more fans would be able to go to that game. Not that they'd have an advantage against those two teams. Both of them are pretty good this year. South Lancaster not able to convert on the offensive end. Brady Badgema is going to get a chance to empty the bench. 1:34 here. Timeout. This one now well in hand. All right, back out here. A little bit of garbage time. The benches get a chance to play. Brady Gorman gets it tipped away. But it stays Whitensville ball, 1:26 left. So Gorman will set up. So Gorman almost loses it, gets it to Micah. Jimmy Dudley, the only senior on the floor here. Good steal in there for South Lancaster. Now they just throw it all the way. They get it to Lorenzo Ruiz. Ruiz doesn't get it to go, but he will get to the free throw line. Louise will get 2. He makes the first. He gets both of them to go, so 44-29. Going to keep that press on as well. Jimmy Dudley for 2. They found Jimmy. As they broke the press, found Jimmy down for a layup. So South Lancaster will go to work. 28 seconds left. Jump ball, tie up. So this one's in the books. Last home game for either the boys or the girls. The girls will play for an opportunity to go to 500 and get a play in. Jimmy Dudley gets the steal. Dudley, oh man. Jimmy took a hard foul. He got tripped. So that's 5 personal. So that should get Jimmy Dudley to the line. With 5 team, I should say. Oh, Jimmy got the steal, and he looked like he was racing. Could have gotten a dunk. What a way to end your career. But he took a hard tumble, but Jimmy's okay. He goes to the free throw line, he gets 2. So the girls will play at Narragansett tomorrow night. As Jimmy misses the first, Narragansett gets the opportunity to, the Whitensville Christian girls. As Jimmy makes the second one, crowd loves that. 24 seconds left. They'll be at Narragansett to try. They need a win to keep their season alive. Girls in the exact same spot as the boys. As far as the boys go, we'll just be on the lookout to see when the seedings come out, see who they draw. It'll be a upset. Right now, the ball's just on the floor. Both teams just sort of battling it. It was a jump ball, and the Whitensville will have one more shot at it, up 47-29. They'll probably dribble this out. Brady Gorman will be content. Coach Badgerman's team lives to fight another day, but this will be our last broadcast of the year, at least for this live stream. We'll see you next year, I hope. In the meantime, player of the game, Kim Damaris. Hustle player of the game, we'll give it to Gabe Dieters. Have a great night. God bless everyone.